Well, hello. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me a few minutes early here. I know I scheduled for 1:45 Central, but I wanted to bump it up just a little bit because I got a lot going on behind the scenes. I'm doing some other stuff. I want to test some other sceneries and stuff that I'm working on for some more content this week. So, do apologize for the late delayed notification, but I am ready to go. We're going to go live, or we are live, but we're going to go a few minutes early, so thanks again for joining us. Back in Las Vegas, where I actually just finished up a 2-day trip, and a 2-day trip that felt like a 4-day trip. We had a return to gate, we had maintenance issues, we had extreme weather delays or vectoring and maneuvering. It was a very exhausting 2-day. I don't know how you 3 and 4-day guys do it, because I'm going back to turns only. Turns only, chat. No more of this overnighting nonsense. But other than that, actually it was a fun trip. I mean, nothing was too crazy bad, but I definitely got my fair share of Vegas over the last couple of days. But we're going to be flying the E190 today, the E-Jet. We're going to take it up on one of the routes I did just on Sunday, actually, and it was from Vegas to Sacramento. And I didn't realize how scenic that route actually was. So we're on the same exact flight plan, the Vegas-Sacramento SMF. And if you remember, in Barry Seal Logistics, we used to fly a little charter operation into a little tiny airport called Bear Valley. And guess what? You get to fly over Bear Valley on the way up to Sacramento. And actually, on the way back, the return leg, Sacramento down to Vegas, we flew directly over the top of Bear Valley. So I actually got to see it IRL. I tried to snap a picture of it, but I couldn't get it. So, but it was awesome. And just the terrain, everything looks amazing. So we're going to see what we can replicate here in the E190. It should be a fun one. Sandman's in the house. Nabil El Hamdoui is here. Nabil, it's been a long time, my friend. How you doing? Good to see you. Dougal McTavish, what's going on, my friend? Good, howdy, good people. Watching from 400 in the 777. Well, welcome aboard, Dougal. Glad to have you on here. McAllen in the house. What's up? AFO's here. AJ Funari, the donut man himself. What's up? Infian, what's going on, man? Finally found time to join a stream. Wow, I'm surprised, Infian. Normally you're just around posting mid screenshots and landing rates. So glad to have you here, man. Zach Lewine in the house. TV Flight is here. Alexandra Bellini's back as a member with those wings looking fantastic. Glad to have you on here. Many more in the house. Appreciate you all tuning in. I've got some surprises for you this week. Chad. I think you're going to like what I have planned, but I think you're going to like this one too. Now, unfortunately, we're Hotel de Azobo in Las Vegas, so we have to kind of look at the Adobo terminal here, but not to worry. We're just going to get this thing boarded up and on our way. So without further ado, let's go. Nabil asks, what's the state of this bird at the moment? Well, right now, Nabil, this is just the compatibility update for 2024. They are testing internally the custom FMS and VNAV, and I've seen they've posted some screenshots of it. Actually, there was a video posted from FSS about with the 190 doing an arc on a descent profile. Looked really awesome. So I know the custom FMS is coming. There's a lot of people that are holding out for that, and more power to them. You absolutely should do that. Those that want to just fly the airplane, get used to the systems right now until they get the update. That's awesome too. That's what I'm doing. I actually really enjoy flying these airplanes. I mean, unfortunately, it's got a bad rap because I know it's, they maybe overpromised and underdelivered when it came to the custom LNAV and VNAV of this aircraft. However, the way it hand flies is phenomenal. The systems are actually pretty well modeled. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the screens when you boot up this 190s. The hydraulics seem to be modeled pretty good. You got some electrical stuff that seems to be modeled pretty good. Is it perfect? No, but it's definitely not the worst out there. And again, the star of the show for the FSS E-Jets for me personally is just the way it hand flies. The way it hand flies, and it's awesome. It feels very, very good. So with that said, let's boot her up and get on out of here. So up to Hotel de Adobo. We're going to come up front here. We should have a GPU available. Overhead is super, super simple. So we'll go ahead and get the battery switches on. With the battery switches on, it's going to power up. We'll go ahead and connect the GPU. Everything's going to start booting up here. We'll go ahead and clear that out. Let's go ahead and arm the emergency exit lights. Those all stay normal. We're going to go System 3A on. And with that on, we'll put the nav light on. No logo, none of that stuff. No smoking. Fasten seatbelts can stay off. Overhead is pretty much complete at this time. While I'm thinking about it, we'll magic barrel ref ourselves, 29 or 9 or 1. IRS is in a line, and if we go over here to flight controls, you can see the P-bit test is actually going to be commencing, and I believe we go system 3A and 3B on. System 2 on, and 3A. Maybe that's what it is. System 2. I think something like that is what we used to run. Gosh, I got to keep looking it up because I always remember having the hide pump not auto. Here you go. See the P-bit test going on there. Very cool. All right. V1 approved, says Mr. Martini. You know what? The hand flying, it's definitely... Look, I get slaughtered every time in the comments for flying this airplane. Fly what airplane you want to fly. If you don't want to buy it, don't buy it. I'm not here to tell you how to spend your money. I'm just showing you that I enjoy flying it and why I enjoy flying it. And I do look forward to the custom FMS because let's be real, there's definitely some problems with the FMS, especially when you get direct twos and you start modifying your box. You can get into trouble very quickly if you're not careful. So my goodness me, Charlie Xavier just dropped 50 gifted subs to the channel. My goodness, that's a third of the viewership already. Charlie Xavier, thank you so much for the 50 gifted sub bomb. That's going to tank down the OBS a little bit, although I feel like I've adjusted that. Let me see. Is it still? Yeah, it's... I have to, when I hide the preview, I feel like I'm able to save my perf a little bit. But very, very kind, Charlie. I really appreciate that massive subscription dono to the channel. If you pick up a membership from Charlie, make sure you shout him out, say thank you. Check out the Discord, check out the members only Discord content, check out the community posts. That's where we post a lot of polls and stuff for the members, for all you private pilot members. So appreciate you. There is a slew of some members only content that you can view, some old podcasts and some things of that nature, and every time now and then I'll upload some shorts of members only as well. So thank you so much, Charlie, for the massive 50 sub bomb. And oh my goodness, Alexander Bellini, 50 gifted subs as well. 100 gifted subs just like that out of the gate. You guys are fantastic. Mr. Alexander Bellini, thank you so much for a 50 gifted sub bomb as well. I know you've been a member of the channel a long time. Appreciate all the support. That escalated quickly. It sure did, Michael. I know you've been a fan of the channel for a long time, and I can't thank you enough for your support. It's members like yourself that keep this channel rolling for sure. So I really do appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for the support. And Oscar Ineguez, thank you, my friend, for dropping 5 gifted subs as well. Basically, we're giving subs out to the disciples at this point. So Oscar, thank you so much for 5 more gifted subs. You all are very, very kind. While that continues to go off, I'm going to see if I can get the airplane booted up. Nope, OBS is still lagging me out here a little bit. You guys are crushing my OBS. Oh my word, AJ Funari dropped 50 too. Is this real life, chat? Chat, is this real life? My guys are going to crash my whole sim. AJ Funari, thank you, my friend, for another 50 gifted sub on. I know you've been a big fan of the channel as well for a long time, giving me grief about my soy lattes and angel food donuts, but hey man, appreciate the support. I know you've been following the channel since I don't remember, it's been a while. You've definitely been around the chat for a long time, so I appreciate you as well, AJ, dropping a 50 sub bomb. We've definitely gifted more memberships than viewers, which is hilarious. I mean, this is absolutely hilarious. That's awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. I can't see too many chat messages because it's going bananas, but somebody said, where did you download the plane for Seth? I was able to update it on the Contrail app. So the Contrail app, if you've bought the E-Jets through there, you should be able to get the update for Microsoft 2024. Remember, it's just a compatibility update to get the airplane flying in 2024, just as it did in 2020. There's no, new features such as custom FMS yet, but that is apparently coming. So thank you, AJ. Really do appreciate you, my man. Very kind. All right. I'm just gonna let that roll because until that stops, I gotta just I'm gonna load up the box here. So we've imported our flight plan 1845Z. I wound the sim time back a little bit because I wanted to simulate the same time that I departed. So we're gonna be blasting off runway 26 right, dry runway, flaps 1. That looks good. We'll sync the live weather, and we will calculate those, and that'll start loading. Let's go ahead and do a real-time load here of 12 minutes. I should have done that a minute ago. With the manifest, we're going to leave that here at the McDo page. We're going to hop down here ourselves. We're going to go, looks like the PBIT is completed, so we're going to go back to the status. We'll go to the plan page here while we build the flight plan. We do have an auto ATC squawk. It's 1046, so we'll go ahead and put that over on the transponder side, 1046. Let's go ahead and begin the route page here. So we're going to start with Las Vegas. Now, this is one of those, gotcha. So you remember it won't take it. So now we're going to just put, I don't know why, this is a 24 bug. We'll put the departure there, then we're going to change it. There we go. Las Vegas to SMF. Beautiful. 1,000 to 50K. I know, Bills Mafia, we're getting close. We are getting close, my man. We're getting close. Adrian says, I love the content here. I'm glad you're not sticking to just airlines, but also doing GA cares. Adrian, GA coming at you this week. GA coming at you this week, too. Appreciate the support. Yes, it's going to be, we're going to be doing some GA stuff. I was going to do GA on this flight, but again, this morning, I've actually been at the V1 HQ for, since about 9 o'clock this morning. It's now 1:43 in the afternoon, and I've been doing some stuff. I've been updating stuff and trying to get profiles all set up. It just, if you're in 2024 right now, you know the delay in key binding is extremely frustrating. So it's just taking me a little bit longer. There's a lot of dead time that I'm trying to get stuff fixed. But after today, it's going to rain all day tomorrow. We'll probably do 2 streams tomorrow, some GA stuff on later this week. So it's coming. All right, Starship, I hope. I can't wait. Do we have a release date on the Starship, by the way? Do we have a release date? All right, runway is going to be, let's go ahead and set the take. Hold on. I'm all confused here. Departure, we're going to select the runway 26 right. We're on the Joker 5 Kino transition. We'll apply that. Now for the arrival, in the E190, you build kind of from the ends and go inboard. So arrival, I'm going to plan the same runway I landed on, 17 left, ILS 17 left, Tenco is fine. We're coming down the Slammer 5 Donner transition. That pretty much is the entire flight plan. I don't think there's a fix in between there, is there? Let me check. Joker 5 Kino, Donner Slammer 5. Nope, there's not. So that is all good to go. So let's go to the perf init page. Now that we're on the perf init page, and you guys have tanked my FPS, I'm going to go ahead and send this to the McDo. And what you'll notice is the first officer is going to begin loading the box. And while the first officer does that, we're also going to fire up the APU. So let's go ahead and off, on, and start, and take a listen outside here. I might have to turn on my auto FPS. Yeah, you guys just destroyed my VRAM with those gifted subs. I love it. I have stock in ejects. Key 6, what's going on, man? Nah, dude, I don't have any stock in the ejects. I just like them, man. I don't know. And I haven't really, I mean, unless you're in the chat, let me know. There's nobody, when I've done these streams, that have come back to the chat and said, oh, I bought the E-Jet and I absolutely hate it. You know? I haven't seen anybody say that. They come back and say, hey, I bought the E-Jet to get stuff ready and I'm liking it. No takeoff conflict. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let me launch my, I'm going to see if I can reset my perf here a little bit. Wait a second. Might have to restart OBS. Yeah, I know. I've got another trick here. I'm doing it right now. Give me a minute. It's going to reboot some stuff here. Group Starship flight when? Oh, man. That will be fun. That will be fun. We will be doing a Group Starship flight. All right, no ATC online, so we'll just set our top altitude. We're going to take it up to 340. 34,000 feet is set. Our flight plan is in the box. That looks good. So now we go ahead and come to our own perf page. We'll go perf init. That looks good. Next. Takeoff data set. TO1. Flex takeoff off. So get this, chat. On yesterday, we were departing. So I spent I spent probably 4 or 5 hours of my life waiting for takeoff over the last 2 days, just in Vegas alone. Like 5 hours just in waiting between flights. I had a couple flights in and out of Vegas. So we determined that we were going to start requesting for 19er left. And we got 19er left. We blasted off 8 minutes from pushback to takeoff. So we're like, okay, go home leg. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to go, we're going to request 19er left. Oh yeah, I got my perf back now. We're going to request 19er left on go home leg. Well, guess what? 321 fully loaded. I mean, every jump seat was full. It was like, I don't even remember how many people. It was completely full to the gills. A lot of fuel, alternate gas. We could not take off 19er left. Flaps 1, packs off Toga. We were still like 9,000 pounds over the gross. So we requested 19er left. We get ready to taxi out. We get our perf numbers back. We're like, oh no, we can't do 19er left. So now they recycle us and put us all the way on the back of the line for 26 right. And we had to taxi all the way to 26 right. But it was just, it was wild. We also had a brake lockup on this trip. That's never happened to me before. Just completely locked up the brake. Wouldn't release. So that was fun. That was exciting. Maybe I have to podcast that one. But yeah, fully loaded 321, 47C on the tarmac, chat. 47C and waiting for takeoff. So yeah, it was hot in Vegas the last couple of days here. All right, and that's tarmac temp, not necessarily OAT. I think it's like 100 degrees right now in Vegas. Let's see, where's the temp outside? Yeah, it's 36C right now just on the ground. But it was 47, 44C just on the you know, just taxiing out. Why not go flaps 2? Flaps 2 is actually worse in Finn for single engine perf. So, and the problem with Vegas is your single engine climb performance because of the mountains. There's a lot of terrain. So we needed that 14,000 foot runway in a 321 because of just the single engine perf. That's also why that runway is 14,000 feet long, because you imagine all the heavies coming in here, and those heavies going long haul, they need a long runway. So that's why they have a nice long runway on the 26s. But yeah, we could sneak out 19er left. It just happened to be so hot and so fully loaded. I also think if we didn't have an alternate with the alternate gas, we might have been able to get it, to sneak it out, eke out the performance for 19er left. But definitely not with the alternate gas that we had. Hot and bothered, indeed, indeed. All right, Bill's Mafia, I calculated it. I think it was 7,000 feet density altitude when we were here. Because I remember I calculated it because I'm like, what is the density altitude out here right now? And I just did a rough calculation. It was close to 7,000 feet. And the field elevation is 2,000. So pretty good, pretty good. All right, I'm getting all distracted. So we're up on the APU, that's running, so we'll go ahead. GPU is available, we'll disconnect from that. Fueling has been completed, so we'll go ahead and turn the no smoking, fasten seatbelt signs on. We'll go to the ground ceviches, we'll disconnect the GPU. How is our loading? We are all done. No, we got 5 minutes left to board. All right, 5 minutes left. With 5 minutes left, let's pull out our charts. And we'll get all of our Vegas stuff ready to go. We'll get Las Vegas in here. On the SID, we're going Joker 5. We'll make this big. We'll zoom it in here. Joker 5, climbing right turn up to Keno, off of 2.6. There's a couple of restrictions that we got to be careful of here. It's going to be 2682, which is fine. And then Kruger. Far out or below 11, so that's, but normally they give us a climb out, you know, above that, and climb and maintain. But yeah, so that looks good. 190 is the top altitude, but we don't need that because we're going no ATC, so we have that already set up. We don't need the taxi chart because that's going to be super easy. We're just going to go 26 left via Charlie. We'll zoom this map down here like so. Ground prox, terrain inhibit, we don't need you. And we can throw the roll TO. Will be LNAV off the ground. 340 is blue. Our speeds are set. So we're pretty much ready to go, chat. All we got to do is load up the CTAF freak. CTAF for Vegas is going to be 119er decimal niner. 119er decimal niner. We'll have 22.8 on standby. Let's do a radio check. Yes, our push to talk is working. ATC is up and running. All right, cool. How we looking? We have 2 minutes. 3 minutes remaining, so we'll just let the boarding process complete here. Love this livery. This is Mike. Is it Mike V again? Love the dirt and grime he puts on the 190. This is my favorite 190 livery. This one in the U.S. Airways final colors. He's got really good wear and dirt marks on this livery, so that's good. I did 19.0. I did 119er decimal niner. Thank you. 19.9, 22.8. Boom. All set up. We ready to go, chat. Finish boarding. We'll be out here. Zippy's in the house. Good to see you, man. Radio check 19.9. I don't think anybody's on. Oh, yeah, he's on. All right, cool. We like Dirty Birds. Yeah, Dougal. We sure do, my man. We sure do, Dougal. Love the boarding music. Alpha Apollo, what's going on? Have you seen all the Starship videos? Yes, I have. I can't wait. I'm getting more and more juiced for the Starship. More and more juice for the Starship, man. I can't wait. Just like, I don't know if you've been paying attention, but like in the last one he did, the sound, I paid particular attention to the sounds. Like, man, they're so good. It's definitely Boris Audio Works, I think, right? Like even the fans and the vents for the avionics vent fan and all that, and how it churned when he turned up the vent blower, you can hear the speed of the fan increase. Like the detail is immense. I cannot wait. Cannot wait. And I think we're going to have to do we're going to have to do a Starship group flight for sure. In-op VNAV sticker. Where, Turk, what's going on, my man? Hey, I'm going to, we're also going to fly the FS Labs this week probably. I did tell you all, I did say that if it came to 24, we would do one flight in it at least to see what's up, see what it's all about. So we will be doing that this week as well. I'm going to run out of time to do videos and streams, but anyway. The Starship going to knock the P180 off the style chart? I think so, Dougal. For two reasons. Well, for two reasons. The cockpit, I'm all about those CRTs, Dougal. I love CRT screens. And there's, what, 13 of them? 12 of them? Also, Dougal, the 2024 compatibility right out of the gate here for the Starship is what I'm excited about. It's not that I don't like the P180. I thought it's a pretty sweet little airplane, but I'm still waiting for like that true 24 compatible update to really enjoy it, because I still have like the sticking issue of the airplane sticking to the ground when I try to rotate and stuff. But yeah, I think it's going to be my pusher of choice, Dougal. My pusher of choice is going to probably be the Starship. Just the way the screens look in those videos and the way they manipulate, it's so snappy and crisp, and just they look great. I mean, it's Nick, right? Nick is the dev of Black Square. It just, when somebody is passionate about something, you can sense it through the work that they do. So I'm jacked. Yeah, the 80s glass cockpit, absolutely. You pay attention to the sounds. If you like PMDG 777 sounds, I do, Infian. I do. I didn't care for Starship, but Black Square made me hype for one. Yeah, Mickey G. And that's how I never saw Starship. Oh, sounds like we're boarding. Time to get out of here. And was like, oh, I'm dreaming about Starships my whole life. I never really was. But seeing the Black Square one, I think it's going to be just a really fun airplane to fly in the sim, because of the required management of the airplane is going to really make it enjoyable. So that's what I'm most excited for. All right, we're all boarded up, chat. Boarding is finished. Okay, so ground. Let's go ahead and pull the chocks and cones. Let's go ahead and close that door. Let's go forward and aft stairs. Stairs, we're closing up. Doors are closing up. We'll throw the beacon light on. Red beacon is on. Sterile cockpit light is on. We are ready for push and start. Now, I don't know why I keep getting that takeoff config warning, and I'm not quite sure how to clear it. All right, before start check, let's windows, doors, and slides closing on. Beacon's on. Thrust levers idle. Parking brake is on. Let's go ahead and before start check, or let's go ahead and do this. We'll do Alt-P. No idea. We'll cycle the parking brake. Park brake is off. I have no idea where the default pushback is going to move us, but let's roll. Whoever gifted me a sub, thank you. Well, East Coast NC, yeah, man, there was a massive sub train that hit the chat early on. So, thank you for stopping by and saying thank you. I might call off work when the Starship comes out. You and me too. I'm supposed to work this weekend, Chad. I'm not feeling too motivated. I may put my trip on the trade board. We'll see. It's actually a pretty easy trip though. It's one leg to Miami. Oh, look, there's an Alaska. I've been seeing I saw so many Egypts this last trip. So this last trip was all West Coast, Vegas, Oakland, Sacramento, Vegas. Like I was just West Coast the last 2 days, and man, it was supposed to be a 2-leg and it was supposed to be a 5-leg 2-day. It turned out to be 8 legs, 8 legs and a gate return. So yeah, I got scheduling got their money's worth. Let's just say that. All right, cockpit to ground, push complete, set brakes. Cockpit ground, brakes are set, and you're clear to disconnect. We're going to go ahead and start them up. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and start engine number 1. So start to stop to start. Here we go. Spinning 1. East Coast, thanks for the 5 gifted memberships, my friend. Very, very kind, East Coast, man. Thank you.
Attention as the cabin crew demonstrates the safety features of this aircraft. Please do not use headphones during the demonstration. This aircraft is equipped with 4 main emergency exits, each of them marked with a red exit sign. 2 at the front of the cabin, 2 at the rear of the cabin. There are also 2 emergency exits to the wings of the plane in the middle of the plane. Please take a few moments now to locate the nearest exit.
Just recently found this channel, and I'm in love with it, brother. Super chill channel. Thank you. In love with it. Thank you, East Coast. Airline Evolution Productions. What's going on over there on the flight tracker cam?
It can be adjusted using the end of the belt. To open the belt, lift the outside of the buckle.
I think I must have a conflicting binding. I must. Airline Evolution Productions over on the flight tracker. Good to see you, buddy. What's my favorite aircraft? It's going to be a 3-holer, 727 L1011. One of those two. As far as talk about commercial aircraft, either a 727 or L1011. Love the tri-holer. 727 probably just because I have a personal impression from that airplane. But love them. Key 6 with the $5 super chat. You came out here again and left me hanging. Dude, Key 6. Oakland overnight, dude. Driving to the hotel, I thought I was in Somalia, dude. I didn't leave the hotel. You kidding me? I got some Uber Eats. And I locked myself in my room. I actually got some pho. Dude, it was delicious, man. Oakland does not disappoint with the pho. It would do, and here's the other thing, Key 6. Supposed to have a 20-hour overnight. It went down to like 10 and a half, like basically min overnight. Here's the 74380. Yeah, I like the 742, man, absolutely. All right, we got 2 good starts. We're doing a flaps 1. Ooh, the British Trident, Dougal. It's not bad, Dougal. It's not bad. It's a little out of balance looking. It's a little out of balance, but I do like the Trident, Dougal. I do like I don't dislike it. I'll tell you that. But I would put the 7.2 over the Trident. But here's the thing: I'm also an American. If I was British, I'd probably be all over it. I'm old. I've been a passenger on both the 7.2 and L1011. Lucky you. Lucky you indeed, man. Lucky you indeed. All right, our TCAS is off. Why is that? Let's go ahead and put you in TARA with 1046. TCAS transponders, TARA. That looks good. All right, put you back on the radio page. Let's do a flight control check. We'll do systems. Flight control. We'll come up top here. We're going to go back to auto. That's coming off. Flight controls. Looking for green boxes. I like doing it from the wing view. Isn't that sweet? Alright, cool. Alright, back to the map view. Vegas traffic. American 357 taxi, runway 26 right here, Charlie. Vegas. Alright, park brake is released. Taxi light. Oh wait, nav light, beacon, nose light. Let's go. Flight control, no dispatch. Ooh, there's a Southwest over there. All right, let's go find Charlie on this Adobo Vegas. You guys remember, if you like watching this type of content, E-Jet, smash down that like button. Ordered myself a yoke. Once that arrived, E-Jet ops will go crazy. Nice, man. What yoke did you pick up? Trident had first ever commercial auto land. Ooh, you know what? I think I did know that, actually. Is there a good Trident in the sim for X-Plane? Was there? What did Felis do? Did he do a Trident? I thought he did it. He did something else, right? Taxing up the hill here now. IRL, this is extremely downhill. You gotta be careful not to ride the brakes. If I had 50% here in real life, we'd be doing 90 knots down the taxiway. But in the sim, we're actually going uphill, which is not legit. I don't know why Vegas has sucked since FSX. I don't know why. Vegas has never looked right since FSX. Matter of fact, I'm not so sure our runway is going to be attainable. Where are we going? Okay, yeah, at least our runway is on this side of the hill. I'm not sure. Just ignore the airport right now. Oh, he did the TU-154. That's what it was. Thank you. Yeah, TU-154.
Traffic Southwest 9 at 40 is coming into the Charlie Gate taxiing by a Charlie to Bravo to the full length of 26.
Callie Simber, love. What's up, Callie Simber? You just come back from the riots? Hope you're having a good one, Callie. I'm actually glad I was in NorCal this last trip, I'll tell you what. Did you ever fly the 717? No, I never did, East Coast. Been trying to teach myself the avionics. So I did see that Captain Sim released the 717. Anybody got any thoughts on that one? Is it the same old Captain Sim that we're used to being? I do have concerns about our runway, chat. It is extremely downhill. Listen, somebody DM me. I won't name names. Somebody said they got it, and they said it's not bad. 2024 looking half decent here, Captain? No deal. It looks amazing, dude. Just ignore it. You came to the wrong stream for 2024 juice. At least the wrong departure. But 2024 is goat sim, the deal. It's all I fly now, man. I do, like I said, I do have concerns about the geometry of the airport situation. So we'll see what happens here. Vegas traffic, American 357 going to be departing runway 26 right at Charlie. Any traffic, please advise. No takeoff. Brave.
Takeoff, okay.
Takeoff, okay. All right, here we go. Light them up. No takeoff. Spoiler. Does it do that? Let's see.
No takeoff. Spoiler.
Oh, maybe they changed it. It used to sound really weird. It used to be like, no takeoff. Spoiler. No takeoff. Brake. After watching the Pan Am streams, I had to buy the TWA for the 717. Oh, man. Yeah, runway is definitely sus here. Hit the like button for sus runways. We may not, this stream may be a lot shorter than I planned. All right, this is why I don't arm auto thrust either, because I'm pretty sure I would have been in the auto thrust range there, just trying to get on to the runway. All right. Runway heading 256 checks. Let's go ahead and arm it. Auto TO roll LNAV TO 340. Are y'all ready? Let's get some yogas in chat. Spool them up 50. Little forward pressure on the yoke. Oh wait, stop. Abort. What was our trim setting for takeoff? .1. Whew. All right, we probably would have been okay. All right. Abort the yogas. 3 greens. Thanks for the 7 super chat, man. Appreciate it. Just 3:45. I just finished my 3rd call out on the ambulance, and I'm off to get some coffee. Have a coffee on me, Cap. Hey, 3 greens, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate the support. Thank you for that super chat. Get some rest. Well, actually, get some coffee and enjoy the rest of your evening, man. Thank you so much for the support. 3 greens. Here we go. Spool them up. Yogas. Punch it, shoot. All right, TO. Airspeed's alive. Probably New Zealand. AMDB, right?
80 knots.
Thrust set. Throttle hold. 100 knots. Check.
Blue 1. Rotate.
Well, this guy sounds chipper.
Yeah.
Interesting. Positive rate. Gear on. Fly whip. It's actually a slight right turn. All right, speed on elevator, LNAV, flight level change. Oh, yeah. Old Vegas, that's default Vegas. Default Vegas. Actually, not terrible for default. There's 180, flap speed, flaps 0. Hello from Spain, what's up, Victor? That pitch up there at or above 4,000. All right, 250 in the turn. Vegas traffic, American 357 out of 5,800 on the Joker. Last call out to the northwest Vegas traffic. Man, it's bumpy though. And just like it was the other day, I mean, moderate, like heavy moderate turbulence IRL the last 2 days in and out of Vegas. When that sun gets hot, it's 110 degrees outside, it's bumpy. So kind of fighting it here, but oh, it looks good. This is about the same time I took off to, I think, sim time. Sim time is 14Z. What's that? 8 a.m.? I think that's spot on, actually. All right, we'll sync the heading, but we're going to keep hand flying it. Now, I don't know why I have the green buttons on. I don't like that. We're going to turn that off in the EFB. We should not have the green FCU buttons up here. Unicom 22.8. Vegas departure, American 357 out of 10,200, climbing via the Joker. American 357, climb and maintain 340, 270 knots for spacing. All right, there's 10,000 feet. Got her trimmed out pretty much in the slot here. We'll turn all these off. We're nav, strove, beacon. We'll turn the sterile off, give them a forward call. Got another bank angle check coming up here in a minute. We're in climb 2. Let's go ahead and go to the TRS climb 1 max juice. Let's get us up there at 34 thou. These are default sounds, Nabil. Default. I still think the wing flex is broken on the left wing. It's gotta be, right? Yeah, it's gotta be broken. Spin her around. Actually flew up to like 20,000 feet yesterday. Your wing flex is fine. Well, you're on 2020. Yeah, I don't know why the flap deployment is at low FPS, Zippy. Yeah, because when you deploy the flaps, it almost looks like your sim is stuttering, but it's not. It's just, for some reason, the animation is low FPS. I don't know why that is. All right, let's go ahead and engage autopilot. Wow, we didn't get the autopilot disengage sound when we turned it on. That's weird. Oh, no, that was the Q400 that was doing that. That's right. Yeah, that was the Q400. All right, we're 270, 3 to 4,000 feet. Let me come over here and go to the settings real quick. Aircraft. Disable glare shield LEDs. Yes, please. There we go. That's how it looks IRL. You don't want to have those LEDs up there because that actually takes away from your FMA. So they want you to live and die by this FMA. If you ever have a problem in the E-jets, whether it's the 170 or 190, come to your FMA. What is the airplane doing? You need to get in that habit now before the custom FMS comes out. Trust me. All right, we're out of 18,000 feet. Standard set once, twice, and thrice. Standard set out of 19.4, climbing to 340 out to Joker. What's that? What was that notification? I heard a ringing thing, but I didn't see anything. Uh-oh. I think OBS is tripping. Because you guys borked it in the, I think it's been borked. Alright. The engine sterners are so blah. Well, I don't see the engine. Why are you looking at the engine spinners? That's my question, Zippy. Why are you looking at the engine spinners to begin with? Guys, this is crazy looking good, though. This is looking really good out here. So there's actually a little Indian reservation out here over Joker. Actually, right there. Oh, my gosh. Guys. Gals. You have no idea how good this... How real it actually looks. I mean... I just flew this exact route for 2 days in a row. Joker 5. I think I did it 1, 2, 3, 4. I did it about 6 times. No, not that. Probably 4 times on the Joker 5. Gotta love it. Big teepees down there. Big teepees. We'll climb up the cruise. We'll see how. It's only going to get better as we get further north. I'll put the map cruise up on the flight tracker page so you can keep track of where we're going here. Got the flight tracker. I'll recenter the flight. So we're just over, we just went over Sandy Valley. Yep, and we're going to head on north now. Looking good. All right, got the flight map up for you guys. Thrust set, you only have the E190? Hey, look, I like them both. And then whenever people ask, like, which one should I get? I say get the one that you think you're going to fly the most, who has the most deliveries that you want to fly the most. Because they're both kind of niche in that respect. Like in the U.S., there's a ton of 170, 175 operators. You can fly any airline with the 170, 175. If you get the 190, you're looking at Breeze, JetBlue, U.S. Airways, American, which is no longer there, but you still have the livery. You got some older ones. Midwest is an option. And Frontier, if there's even a livery for Frontier, which I'm not sure there is. But with the 170, 175, you got United, Delta, American, Old School American. Who else has the 170? Alaska. The 190 feels heavier, has more powerful engines. True. I personally, and this is how I know the airplane is good, is because in real life, when I was flying these airplanes, I actually preferred flying the 190 over the 170, 175. And I feel like I get that same feeling in the sim when I'm hand flying them both. They both hand fly phenomenally. And if you have a force feedback yoke system, even better. Thrussett says, yeah, I fly United primarily, so E170. Yeah, Thrussett, I actually almost flew the United on this one here, but I really wanted to do the 190 just because we did the 170 last. So, I had it ready to go. I was going to do the United 175 SkyWest. Sebastian, good to see you, man. Yeah, there was a massive gifted sub train. So, thank you for stopping by and saying hello. I appreciate you. It's living up to what you saw, IRL? Sure, 100%. Matter of fact, this little mountain over here, I was looking at, there's a little town. I don't think we have time to do a return leg. We'll see. There's like a little town in the mountain over here that's crazy. I'm like, who lives there? But I was just, this is why I love flying out over in the west coast, because it just is so much prettier to look at. The East Coast is so boring. It's so flat. The people are so rude, generally speaking. Not all, y'all. West Coast has just got better vibes for flying, you know. And I am personally jaded. Okay, I was stationed or based on the East Coast against my will for many years, so that is probably why I have a little bit of a jaded perspective. Okay, so Nabil, do I say this resembles real life? That right there is real life, Chad. That's real life, Nabil. That's real life right there. This is, I think this, is this the Indian? I think this is the Indian reservation here now. Well, there's a lot of Indian. This is a different one. Oh no, you're right. We are rude. Virtual Flight Diaries. Well, not everybody, but it's, let me just say, if I had to choose between doing a LaGuardia, Miami, or Sacramento, Oakland, well, Sacramento, San Diego, I would much rather do Sacramento, San Diego than a LaGuardia, Miami flight. I'm just saying. Philly resident here? We are. Yeah, or yeah, Philly, yeah. Eagles fans, enough said. I haven't been to Philly in a long time. I like your little ghost card. Zippy, I love it, man. I was wondering how you did that. That was great, man. Thank you. I saw that pop off this morning. I'm like, that's really cool. And now I see that I have one. So thank you, Zippy. I love it. Are we doing a return leg? So SN Aviation, I'm waiting on something. Let me check. If I can, if we have the time, I will. If I can't, obviously I can't. As of right now, we might be able to, but it'll depend what time we get into Sacramento. Is there a flight that runs along the Mississippi River? I'm sure there is. Oh, what's up, Dan? I'm sure there is. Velociraptor, thank you for the 30-month support, dude. Glad to have you on board. Welcome in. MSP to New Orleans. There you go. Yeah, you could do, yeah, Minneapolis to New Orleans probably goes right down the Mississippi. Do I fly much in Europe? No. We're waiting for 50K, and then we're going to do a Euro tour again. That 'tis the plan. All right, we're getting ready to level at 34,000 feet. Beautiful. What I didn't realize is that on this flight, we actually go right up over Lake Tahoe, and it's just the terrain is just stunning. I'm really curious to see what it's going to look like in the sim. You like that, Andy B? What aircraft are you most excited for releasing soon? Well, the only one that's releasing soon that I know of is the Starship, right? Everything else is kind of TBD. So I'm pumped for the Starship. The videos, seeing the detail in the videos coming out, I'm getting more and more excited for the Starship. I'll tell you that much. I am getting more and more excited. Because I'm thinking about, I mean, we're going to need to do a whole low and slow campaign. I love flying the jet stuff, but the last couple ATR streams we did, flying low and slow, especially that New Zealand flight we did, I really want to try to start doing something, at least for the next couple weeks, like maybe do our jet stream in the morning or normal time, like around 11, and then do some prop flying in the PM. That's what I've been trying to get at. I've just had so much going on, I haven't had the time. Starship looks insane, not typical an aircraft I'd fly though. I think that's what a lot of people are feeling, but when you see the detail that's in that Starship and you see the management required, I think it's going to make it an extremely fun airplane to fly in Microsoft Flight Sim. So, alright, looks like we're level 34,000 fleet. We're going to go ahead and pick up at the speed though, so let's go to Prague. How do we get there? Flight plan, perf plan, no, perf data, progress page. I forget, this is how long it's been since I've been in the 190. Perf cruise, here we go. We're not flying 7.4 Mach, those are rookie numbers. Let's do 7.8. Cruise 400, no, flight level 340. So if we recycle the cruise altitude, there we go. We've recycled the cruise altitude, and now we're going to do 7.8 Mach. Gosh, that looks so good. It's amazing. I also had Rutan's book of paper planes when I was younger. Nice. CJ3 Plus. Yeah, this I would like to do some CJ stuff too. There's just not enough time, man. I could stream. I need to do 3 streams a day for a week is what I need to do. Just don't have the time for it. Mr. Chicago's in the house. What's going on, bud? Just flew some speed bid ops for fun. I've been sleeping on European ops. I got a nice little operation over there on Aveo Premium. I know it, Joe Plains. We'll be there soon enough. You got to give us the inside scoop on the 220 at FS Expo. Speaking of 220, what did y'all think? Let's start the discussion now, because that's right. I watched that after the last stream we did. So what did y'all think of the preview of the 220? I know what I thought. I will share my observations here, but I want to see what you guys thought. Yay, nay, rivets. Oh my gosh, the amount of times they said rivets, I did think that was pretty funny. Yeah, well, you have plenty of rivets. Did I turn the seatbelt sign off? Yeah, seatbelt sign off. And look, we got Dan on board, so we'll go ahead and turn this no smoking sign off, Dan. You can go ahead and let it rip. Looks like Fenix level to you. Really, Captain Sim? I didn't get that impression. I did see that it appears to be a nice level of simulation. I didn't get the Fenix vibe level of simulation, but they bungled up the preview, but the product might be good. Yeah. I kind of was surprised they did that in a live format. And I said this in the Discord. I feel like that, a developer preview, it should be a video, or at the very least have segments already recorded and done, like showing the APU failed start and all that. Have that all recorded. So then you just bring the guy on and say, okay, so now we're going to show you the APU situation here. And then they run the video. I do think that the presentation was fumbled pretty good. So it was kind of hard, and when you watch everything in 2 FPS, which, you know, they had their reasons for why it was such low frame. And I get it. I mean, technical difficulties suck. Streaming is not as easy as a lot of people think it is, especially when you're going live and you got, you know, hundreds of thousands of people, hundreds if not thousands. I think there was, almost 2,000 people watching at one point. So, you know, that plays into it. It can make, if you're not used to it, it can make for a challenging environment. And then especially when things aren't going right, it's hard to stay on topic. So, yeah, I wish the presentation was recorded so we could have really seen it in full effect. But I kind of feel the same way. I feel like it's going to be... I wanted to see more avionics. I wanted to see more under the systems, but I think maybe that's going to come in the future. But the modeling looks fantastic. Modeling looks fantastic. There's no denying that. Mike P, what's going on, man? Thanks for the $10 super chat, man. Good to see you, dude. Says, flew back from Nashville yesterday, arriving in LAX. Pilot missed a great opportunity. Weather in LA is 80 degrees, partly cloudy with a high chance of ice. What's up, Mike P? Good to see you, dude. I tried. I tried to get the a JPAT all-white MD-80 livery downloaded. I couldn't do it. It wouldn't install in 2024. We were gonna do a Justice flight today, but just to see it. I like to troll a little bit. Anyway, hope you're being safe, man. Thanks for the $10 super chat. The videos were in fact pre-recorded. Wait, they were, McAllen? I thought they were live. I thought those videos were live, and that's why it was so hard to see, or that's why the performance was so bad. I would imagine they're going to have the 220 at the Expo, Bills Mafia. I would imagine it's going to be there. Wait, so they were recorded, and then, but why were they... Huh. Oh, it was pre-recorded, and it's just when they, so then... Why were the frames so poor then? I thought it was a live demonstration that was kind of struggling on the perf side of things. Is this plane any good? Just joined. Mike, listen. I like it. I love the way it hand flies. I like the way it sounds. There's systems modeling in there that is sufficient, to say the least. You know, there's actually stuff going on that you need to take care of, which I like. It doesn't have a custom FMS or VNAV yet. So if you're someone that needs a custom FMS and VNAV, then you're going to want to wait. But for me, I enjoy hand flying it so much that it's worth it for me to fly, and I really do enjoy it. Josh FSD, what's going on, man? Good to see you, dude. How you doing? A220 is promising. Want to see the state in Q3 24. Yeah, Carlito, I think you're right on it there. I think we'll see more at Expo. I hope we'll see more at Expo. But then I think that, yeah, the end of Q3 we might. I mean, you mean Q3 2025? Yeah. They had recorded in 4K and somehow the playback was half the frame. Interesting. Well, yeah, Nabil, I know it tanks the GPU performance for sure, but that's why I'm saying if it was already recorded, it should have been recorded and then, you know, it's in 60 FPS, so then you just upload a video, you play a video live. When I record stuff, man, yeah, my whole sim freaking lags. And speaking of, Nabil, what would be the best way to record a video? Let me answer this way. Recording a video that I'm streaming would be extremely intensive, right? As opposed to just streaming it or just recording it. Because I'm trying to work around something for something. PMDG is working on 777 Fleet First. Yeah, Cyclone, that's what it is. So the 737, somebody said, and maybe it was on the PMDG channel, aren't they like actually redoing the or refurbishing a lot of the 737 for 2024, and then it'll actually come out as a new, or they're going to have a new product 73? Was that right or wrong? I thought 24 had worse scenery than 2020 at high altitudes. I don't know where you get that idea, man. 2024 has been stunning, and this is real life. So let's go back to the real world view here, out over Prino. But yeah, once we get up here further, you'll see it's even better. I like the this view right here, though. The mountains. I'm curious to see what the mountains look like up here as we look closer to Tahoe. If you're trying to grab it from a stream, I'd probably just clip it. Otherwise, OBS might let you save the stream as a recording, and I have to look into that for you. Yeah, Nabil, yeah, because I have my OBS set up as, what I'm trying to do, Nabil, is I have my OBS set up to stream, obviously, and to record. But what I want to do is I want to do a flight with somebody else watching what I'm doing, and at the same time record that. So maybe I should look into something kind of like like Google Meet or something, or like a screen share, so they can just watch me fly, and then I can record solely with OBS. Would that be a way to go? It's almost a complete retool of 737s. That's what I thought. Yeah. Hope all's good in DFW. See you on Fox Live or South San. Yeah, it's nuts, man. But I'm up farther north, and there's not a lot of drama out here in Dallas, or at least where I'm at anyway. Not a lot of dramas up here, Josh, not yet. The only drama we had is 106-mile-an-hour winds. Freaking derecho came through. That was wild. Discord screen share would work probably. The only thing I don't like about Discord is when I run Discord, it seems to hurt my perf pretty good. Or if I have the Discord app running, it's crashed my sim. Because it has something to do with the dual GPU. The cirrus clouds on the port side look very nice. Yeah, they do. They do. They say the 737 upgrade would be free, so they better stick to their word, especially considering how green they were with the 777 line. I don't know. I wouldn't say they're greedy. I mean, if they're greedy, then there's some people that are extremely greedy. Business is business, man. That's where it's at. And I think what the problem is, Sherwin, is I think the quote-unquote compatibility between 2020 and 2024 is not as streamlined as everybody once thought. And I think devs are discovering that it's actually taking more time, and there's more resources that have to go into making the product clean for 2024 than once originally thought. So I think the developers are considering alternate pricing methods because of that. Plus, the 737 has been out since FSX, man. So it's been the same thing. If it's getting a full refurbish, I'm actually fine with them charging for a new 737. Might be able to use one of the NVIDIA record options. Oh wait, you have an AMD? I know, Thruset, I know. I'm all about flight tests. Well, here, you know what I'm scared about, Thrust Test, is running my Sony Vegas on AMD. I've never run my video editing software on AMD before. So I'm nervous. I have all kinds of issues. I wish PMDG would bring back the Beechcraft 1900. Dude, I wish they'd bring back the 1900. I wish they'd bring back the J41. I wish Starship. I wish Black Square, their next airplane, would be a Beech 99. All right, so for traffic, we're going to descend to flight level 300, just like I did on my flight, so we get a little bit closer to the terrain. So let's go ahead and FPA us down. So for traffic and rides, dropped us down. We don't need, we'll keep the nav aids on there. We don't need airports. There we go. We're going to vertical flight path angle down here. 2.4 or so. Beech 99 or an old King Air C90, Mickey G? Yes, yes. I just think, I mean, Black Square should do the whole lineup. F90, C90, King Air 200, King Air 100, 200, 350. The thing with the Beech 99, the reason I keep pushing that is because we've had a lot of, albeit mid King Air representations hit the market. The Beech 99 you can market that as a regional operator, because there was a lot of regionals that used the Beech 99. It was called the Beech 99 airliner for that reason. You can fly Old Republic ops, US Airways, like you can fly Masaba, you can fly airliner routes with the twin PT6, essentially unpressurized King Air. You can throw the pod on it, you can have a pod, a no pod. So I would love to see a nice 99 representation. A Black Square Dash 8 100, oh, that would be spicy. Bring back Loran. Well, I'll tell you what, Swarm, you want to talk about old nav. Did you see the Starship video? How naving before GPS, the way what did he said, the Omega,
Ladies and gentlemen, we
the
have
Alpha and the
started our
Omegas,
trip.
what is Omega and
Please
something
stay
else? I can't
seated. Our
remember.
onboard service will soon walk through the cabin to
But
collect unnecessary waste.
that old school nav, and you can select the VLF frequencies. Yeah, VLF Omega, and the stations that you could cycle through. I mean, the amount of detail and attention to detail in that Starship blows my mind. Blows my mind. They aren't charging for a new plane, only modest upgrade fee. That's what Robert said on one of the forums and on one of the videos. All right, Andre, thank you. All right, I like that. I'm okay with that. Didn't we get the NGXU update for free way back then? So I'd be okay with the paid upgrade for the 7.3. Yes, we did. That was, yeah, long time ago. We did, yeah. That's why I'm all right with it. The most important aircraft to get is the Crash 8. Well, that is in development, right? So we do have the Majestic is working on that. Does Just Flight make Phoenix level products? Yes, I would say that they do. Their F-28 series is phenomenal. Their Avro series is phenomenal. The 146, the RJ85, they are phenomenal. I think what really is going to put Just Flight's on the map. Now, they're on the radar. They're on my personal radar, and I think a lot of us here at this channel, they're all on our radars because we all kind of flock together in what we like to fly, and we like, you know, good detailed airplanes, even though it doesn't get a ton of viewership on YouTube. But what I think is really going to blow up Just Flight is their F-70, F-100, because you're going to have, you know, that regional jet, a true regional jet that everybody wants, with FMS, with LNAV, with VNAV, with thrust reversers. So I think that is really going to put them on the map of people who they're not on the map of right now. But I definitely put Just Flight top three. I already said the top 4 devs that I could think of, all in the number 1 spot. The Phoenix, Black Square, Just Flight, PMDG. They're all, I mean, if you don't have any of their products, I mean, you're just kind of missing out. That's amazing how we can grow crops in the desert circle cropping. Oh, that's because we're cloud seeding. Look at all those crop circles out there. And you know what's crazy? That's exactly what it looks like. Now this is a little ortho line here change. We're coming up to Tahoe though, so I'm gonna see what Tahoe looks like. It's gonna look great. Actually, did we pass Mono Lake? So there's a lake out here. We didn't pass Mono Lake yet. Oh, this is Mono Lake right here. So this lake out here is called Mono Lake. It's a big circle with a piece of with an island in the middle. It's pretty interesting. I was doing my flight following with my little VFR map as we were flying up to Sacramento. There's like a Mormon. It's a Mono Lake, and then there's a Mono Town. There's a couple other little lakes that look great. Just Flight A300. Oh yeah, the Just Flight A300 too will be another reason that will absolutely. Whatever comes out first, Tango Kilo, whether it's the A300 or F70, F100, I think it's gonna blow them up onto the map in a good way. Black Square has to take top because he's a lone dev. At least I think it's only one person. Yeah, Swarb, I would agree with you there. If you want to, yeah, I would agree with you there. I wish A2A Sim or Just Flight would do a PBY Catalina. Man. More E-Jets, Phoenix Galaxy, good to see you, man. Josh FST says, yes, of all the airliners, the cloud seating formula is mixed. Yeah, we're getting into the cloud seating discussion. Did we turn our chemtrails on? Hold on. Oh, I wasn't supposed to tell you all about that. Chemtrail switch activated. Yeah, the Black Square is as a solo dev. Yeah. I mean, I think he contracted Boris, you know, for the Boris Audio Works for the sounds, but the fact that he's been able to develop what he's been able to develop is just mind-blowing. Cloud seeding enabled. Louisiana literally wants to ban chemtrails over the state. Some state rep, yeah. So let's be clear. Let me, for all those that want to, you know, they feel like you have improper information. Cloud seeding is a real thing. So cloud seeding, where you spray a material in the cloud to freeze precipitation and make it rain, that's been going on for a while. That actually started back in Vietnam. They tested that. Chemtrailing is not a real thing. There's no one up there spraying chemicals into the air that poison the public. Now, burning Jet A in the atmosphere over decades, is it healthy? Who knows? Probably not. But no one's up here flying around turning switches on, poisoning the population. To my knowledge, at least in the civilian world. I can guarantee you in the civilian world, it's not happening. Yeah, he must have sat in someone's Starship for a month. I know, Bach, I know. If you use the showcase cam instead of external for outside, you get a better view as the LOD with external. Let me see. That's pretty cool. Yeah, there's Mono Lake we're going up over right now. Turn it down a little bit. Jeez. Mono Lake. So it's a little bit more green right now. Real world is a little bit more green. Yeah, the wings look amazing, don't they, Nabil? This guy, I want to say, is it Mike V? I think it's Mike V is the livery guy. He did this livery. He did the U.S. Airways livery. He did a Euro livery. I can't remember which one. I think he did a Midwest as well. But my two favorites are this one and then the U.S. Airways one. He has the perfect wing textures, man. We're using call sign American because this is a true American Airlines aircraft. So the E190 was operated mainline by American Airlines. The E170s, those are either Eagle Flight or Envoy or freaking, there's a ton of them out. Brickyard, Mesa, Air Shuttle, Blue Streak, Pooh Streak. If they ever begin that sulfur dioxide spraying thing, the conspiracy crowd is going to go nuts. Mike V, Phoenix Gallery. Mike V on the FSTO, Mike V. So looking forward to the Fokker 100? Yeah, it's going to be awesome, Vinci. Then why are all the frogs turning gray? How do we know V1 isn't getting paid by the government to say that chemtrails aren't real? You got me there, man. You got me there. Cyclone. It means pre-release, or it means release of Starship, isn't it? Pre-release copies are going out? Have we seen... Wait, has there been any pre-release out yet? I want to watch it. The condensation trails only happen before a cold front comes through, what I was told. I'm not sure. You know, you could watch, you'll watch another aircraft and you'll watch their contrail disappear and then just come, like, almost flicker because of the makeup of the air in those different pockets. Oh, he does? Nice. All right, cool. I didn't know we could release him yet. How much are they paying you to lie about the curvature of the Earth? A lot. That's why I only do day trips now, Chris. I drop all my trips because I said I don't want to do any more 2, 3, 4 day trips. So I said I'd tell them about flat Earth. Did they ever put a release out for the 220? No, they did not. Mickey G, I don't know what you're talking about. Look at Mono Lake down there. No boats in Mono Lake. That's one thing I did notice. No boats in Mono Lake. All right, we should be after. So there's Mono Lake, and then there's this 2 lake thing right here. It's going to load in. Let me see on the flight map cam. Yeah, so let's check this out. If you're on the tracker, you'll see. So there's Mono Lake, Mono City, and then there's this other little lake town, Twin Lake Estates. This looked really cool. Real world flying over it. We actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think we did a little bit of a left deviation here for weather. There was some weather building. So what we might do is let's go. I guess we'll just stay on route. We'll stay on the route for right now. Go up over Tahoe. Mono Lake is extremely salty. Is it really thrust set? Really? My friend at JetBlue switched from 320 after 17 years to 220 because he said he was bored. Well, I guess 17 years on the Airbus might make you bored. Bored is a good thing, in my opinion. But you don't want to get complacent. Bored and complacent, 2 different things. That's so salty. Really? So that's like, there's another lake that's super salty, right? The one down there by Palm Springs. Migs, good to see you, man. How far up is the glass dome, Josh? Migs, looking good, Captain. How's she holding up today? Any drama or plain sailing? A lot of dramas. What are you talking about? A lot of drama on my real world flight. My real world trip, anyway. I'll probably podcast it for the members. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, long 2-day trip, super long. But I really enjoyed this flight. I don't think I'd ever done. I've been to Sacramento before, and I've obviously done Vegas, but I don't think I'd ever done just a connecting hop. And this is going to be a milk run for us, a little Sacramento-Vegas action. I bet this flight at sunset would be stunning. But what's great right now is I'm looking at kind of these washed out colors. This is exactly what the atmosphere is looking like right now. And I can guarantee that because I was, like I said, literally yesterday, looking at this exact picture. The only thing that's different between real world and sim right now is there's a little bit more green and, well, it looks like there's some snow. As we get up here a little further north, I was surprised at how much snow was actually still on the mountain tops. So we'll take a look up here as we get closer to Tahoe. Shut up with NVIDIA shaders? Nah, I don't need any shaders, man. This looks beautiful right now. Podcast for the members, 150 subs today. This is podcast prime time. Exactly, Cody. Exactly. He says the 320 is way more user-friendly than the 220. I believe it. I believe it, Jeremy. The Salton Sea. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, the Salton Sea. I can't do NVIDIA shaders, Airborne Max. I'm running AMD, man. All made to crash to desktop. AMD. I need to check something, chat. Stand by. You have control. Don't touch anything. Alright, nothing. So, I may not be able to do the return leg. I'm just going to put that out there, chat. I may not be able to do the return leg. It's not looking like we're going to do the return leg, but don't worry. We'll do 2 streams tomorrow because it's going to be raining all day and kids are in summer camp. But you're going to want, if you knew why, you're going to want me to not stream the return leg. Sacramento's my current hometown airport. Nice, Al. Great for flight sim. You have all the big airports in Southern California to fly to. Hour-and-a-half flights. I love it, man. Al Loper. So I went into, I haven't been to the SAC terminal in a long time. And I love it, man. Beautiful airport. It's so chill. Good options for eating. So, oh, and it was cool too. On approach, I'll show y'all when we land. There was these crop dusters doing, I mean, they were doing 120 knots, man. They were keeping up with us on final. I think maybe even faster at like 20 feet, just ripping around in jet tractors down there on all the crops. So, it's pretty cool to see all that. All right, here we go. This is where, yeah, this is real life, chat. Real life. A little bit more snow right now, real world though. Like the very tops of these mountains had some snow in them. But I was just looking at how beautiful it was. My FO was talking about he was doing a lot of bow hunt. He's done bow hunting up here for pronghorn. He's a big bow hunter. And then there's Tahoe right there. Oh, it's just awesome. Real life, chat. Real life. And then what's going to be cool is as soon as we get past Tahoe, it's just going to go all flat farmland. All flat farmland. My cousins live in Sacramento, Al. Another E-Jet stream tomorrow? Negative. All I know is Turkaren better be here tomorrow. Tomorrow I think we're going to do a airliner flight at normal time, and then we'll do... I want to take a look at the arrows in the evening. Or something, some piston or some prop in the evening. That is just awesomeness right there. Yep, coming up to Lake Tahoe. There's TVL. We've flown in there. We actually flew the Duke in there. We might actually take the Arrow from Sacramento to Tahoe. That would be kind of a cool flight. Straight VFR, no GPS. We're going to fly around in these mountains. Yeah, this looks, I'm actually blown away. The only thing that I would change, if I could change it, is a little bit more snow on the very tips of these mountains. Like that's got some right there. But this is looking, the crispness of the ortho right now. I mean, look at the rock form. I mean, this is why I love this sim. Migs, thanks for the super chat, man. Only been here 5 minutes and he said it 3 times. Sorry, Migs. I'm sorry. I just get excited, dude. I get excited. Captain Sim, thanks for the 19 months support. Any chance Q400 X-Plane 12? I don't have it in X-Plane 12, Captain Sim, so the likelihood is very small, my friend. I'm not saying no because I did love the Q400. I just don't have it at X-Plane 12. It'll require a... And I just don't want to... Not that I don't want to. I have a hard time investing in a sim that I don't... it's not there for me yet. We still fly it. I love the Felis. I'll fly the Felis in X-Plane 12. But as far as buying more airplanes in X-Plane 12, I don't think it's quite there for me yet. We'll see. Diana Mupanda, welcome on board. Just think with the next 10 years might bring to the sim with more tech. It's going to be scary, man. It's going to be scary good. Migs, 40 or 41, actually. It might be 41, Migs. I think it's 41. It's higher than the Airbus. Diana, this is the Embraer E190. Embraer E190. Regional jet. Oh, that looks great. We're going to start thinking about descending. Let's go ahead and descend and maintain flight level 240. FPA down 3. Step on down here. It's pretty much just fly to the airport and give you a vector on the final visual approach, what we're going to do. I would suggest an E-Jet flight Sacramento up to Medford in Oregon. Ooh. The approach to Medford makes you, or take you right through the valley to the runway. Can we do it in the Starship? Is auto trim on the Airbus significant workload reduction? Oh, absolutely, Joe. Absolutely. The workload reduction in the Airbus is fantastic. That's why when you know, people are like, oh, Boeing versus Airbus, Boeing versus Airbus. Airbus is going to be inherently safer, in my opinion, because of the workload reduction that is built into the fly-by-wire flight controls. Being able to manipulate the airplane and just let go of the stick and it's going to maintain where you left it allows your situational awareness to be greater because you're not so occupied by just maintaining the trajectory. For example, in a very small example, and just this is really nothing to do with, you know, a safe or unsafe operation of an airplane. Just if you were like climbing out of Sacramento, we're in the climb out, hand flying, pitch the airplane where I want it to, 10 degrees, 250, wings level, and now I can put my sunglasses on without having to worry about, you know, being out of trim or something nose coming down. Like, it's just, it allows for more free space in your brain. So when things go bad, when engines start failing, when failures start happening, when fires or circuit breakers start tripping, and you're doing all these things, being able to have that increased capacity mentally is huge. I would suggest EJ. Oh, I remember the one. No scope clause in sim, apparently. What do you mean? Yeah, no scope clause in the sim, that's for sure. But American ran the 190s. All right, we're on the turn. There's Tahoe turning towards SMF. So now it's going to get super green, and then it's going to get flat. I'm Boeing through and through, but I definitely agree with you with that for sure. Yeah. Do I like 380 or 747? Diane, I like the 74 over the 380. Absolutely. 747 is probably the most iconic, best-looking aircraft to ever exist. All right, let's pull out some charts. Let's go ahead and get rid of lost wages. We'll pull out SMF. We're going to do a visual approach. We're going to hand fly the approach, but let's just take a look at the Slammer 5 bottom altitude. I'm just going to, I think it's 7,000. 4,000 at 10 code. Wait, what? Oh yeah, 4,000 for 17. So we're going to set 4,000. Actually, we'll set 200 right now. We'll keep trickling down. We're not really descending via. I'm just kind of doing what I did. Slammer 17 and 13, 280. All right, let's set 17. We're at 280. Slammer's coming up in 14 miles. We'll go down to 3.5 degrees. Turn the seatbelt sign on. No smoking sign is on. Prepping for approach. We'll do the handful on visual approach. Orbix SMF, that's the one I have, Joe Plains. And now here's the thing. I've noticed in 2024 when I import some sceneries, like the grass, there's like a grass thing that happens when you're flying low to the airport. Like it changes color. It's weird. But yeah, I do have the Orbix Sacramento installed. It's heavier on perf. Dominic T designs, I think. Heavy on perf, but it looks phenomenal. Would look better if it was made natively for 24 though. Now this is what's cool. See how green it's getting? And there's these rivers. This is why I want to maybe fly the Arrow. There's these rivers in these valleys here, these gorges. It's just awesome. And there's a really cool bridge that we should see here in a minute. I don't know if it's going to be modeled in the sim, but there's a really cool looking bridge up here. But as far as the arrival and all that, we're not too concerned with any of that because we're just getting nice vectors in for the visual. Just checked out the mobile stream on iPhone. Pretty cool. Direct enter, nice, man. Yep, got the mobile stream up there, got the flight tracker and vertical focus over there, so you guys can check in and chat with from your phone. Looks like Dingo Dango's in an A380-800 going from Boeing Field to LAX in a Lufthansa. Interesting. And we are getting ready to turn in over Auburn and head over to SMF. So, but yeah, this. These colors are spot on. A little bit 2020 ortho-ish looking there, but right here, this is legit. I think we need to take the Arrow up these mountains to Tahoe tomorrow. Now, Bill, I didn't do it. Good afternoon, Douglas Phillips. How you doing, my friend? What version of crazy we doing? We are just a little bit of crazy. A lot of good trout fishing in those rivers, especially the American River. Oh, I bet, dude. Does American operate the 190 IRL? Yes, they did. SNA Aviation, yes, they did. U.S. Airways was operating them, and then when they merged, obviously, American operated. They had them painted in this livery for a little while. Didn't last long. I think, what, 2017 or so is when they got rid of the 190 altogether. But yeah, they did repaint them into the American livery. They looked okay, actually. I actually don't mind this livery on this bird. It looks pretty good. Look at that little valley fog in there. Oh my goodness, chat. Chat, I can't contain myself. Let's go ahead and do a flight level change down to 10,000. Filch it to 10, please, sir. I don't know if it's already passed, but what do you think of the upcoming Black Square Starship? Dennis, I am psyched. Cannot wait, my friend. Lake is this up here? Let me look on the Folsom. Yeah, Lake Folsom. I've actually think I've been fishing in Folsom Lake. And there's this little river here, Lake Clementine, North Fork American River. This is so cool. I'm gonna start getting in the habit of doing this, flying the flights that I fly real world just to track them. Now I know there was a bridge somewhere. It may not be modeled in the sim. Al, you probably know it. There's like a big bridge over here that crosses one of these gorges. Where the grease looks great. I know, Kostas. Favorite livery. Mike V, he's got some real good. All of his have good wing dirt. So he's got U.S. Airways, the old colors. He's got the American. He's got a Midwest, I believe. But all his liveries have great wing textures and engine. Look at the engine grease too, just perfect. Why did mainline AA operate the 190, not the regionals? Because of the scope, Eastern T3. So the scope clause, it's, oh my gosh, there's the bridge, chat. It is Model 2. All right, we're going to take the Arrow over that tomorrow. Look at that. That's the bridge I was talking about. That's exactly what it looks like. It's so freaking cool. So cool. So because there was more than 76 seats, the mainline had to operate them. It was basically their B-scale airline. Migs, thanks for the 7 Canadian, dude. That's a sign we got to get a closer look at some of those valleys in the prop of your choice. Migs, I know it, dude. Yeah, it's happening. It is happening, my friend. Thank you, Migs, for the super chat. Appreciate you. And Martin Patton, thank you for the 10 pounds, dude. This is the best aviation sim channel on YouTube. A yoga. Hey. Martin Patton, thank you so much, man, for the 10 pounds. Appreciate you. You're not related to George Patton, are you? Glad to have you on board, man. Thanks for the super chat. All right. Descend now. Filch down to 4,000. Filch to 4. Heading select. Now we're going to wait on the approach speed. Let's get our lights on. We'll back up the 17 left approach here with 111.75 and 168. 111.75 Yeah, 168 on the approach course. Let me get the speed brake down. Let's go ahead and put the cams back up. We're going to hustle down to 4th thou. Sounds are coming up. A little bit of chop this morning. Look at those big spoilers, man. All right, we're going to take a heading select. I'm going to switch over to FMS, or excuse me, VLOC nav, course 168. Course 168. On 111.75, we're on a heading. Let's come right turn. Make it 270 for traffic, just like they did to us. We had southwest landing on the parallel. They gave us a little heading out to the right here. There's that GA airfield down there. Our leveling 4,000 speed brakes are stowed. I'm going to manage speed, or select speed rather. Reduced to 180 knots. And just like that, we've gone from the mountains to, look at this, just flat farmland. Oh yeah, Magic Bell ref update, thank you. 29 or 89 are set. Is the bird worth the buy? Gosh, Andre, I don't know. I don't want to tell you how to spend your money. All I can tell you is if I enjoy it or not. And I enjoy hand flying this airplane. I know the box is coming. The waiting doesn't bother me for the custom LNAV and VNAV, but some people don't want to give them any money until they get that custom LNAV and VNAV, and I totally get that. But for me personally, I like the way the airplane sounds. I like the way the airplane hand flies. I like the way the airplane looks. There's nothing wrong with it other than it doesn't have LNAV and VNAV. That's it. Now, that's huge to some people. That's huge. So I get it. But for me personally, it doesn't bother me all that much. All right, descend and maintain 3,000. Flight level change. Flaps 1. Are we in wine country? I think we're a little too far north, aren't we? Fought photos. Welcome to Private Pilot, sir. Turn left, 240. We'll accept approach speeds. And let's go direct to Derb. Nav. Oh, we're in heading. We missed it. Whoa. What happened here?
Sync rate. Sync rate. Sync rate.
I have control. Autopilot off. TCSing. What was that all about? I don't know what that was all about. I have control. Something got jacked. That's alright. Tell you what, let's just climb 2,000 feet. Oh, the speed brake was on. Lack of custom FMC? Yeah. If that drives you away from getting the airplane, then I totally get it. I don't listen. It's not like it's not like I get kickbacks for selling 190s. But that doesn't bother me. We're flying it now. We're heading out. Matter of fact, let's arm it up here if I remember how to do it. Approach. Yep. Glide slope arm. Runway's in sight. 180 knots. We look good. Welcome to Sacktown. America uses A gates 24511. We're going to the good terminal, Al. We're going to whatever one that Southwest uses. Because that's the good terminal. Thank you, Al, for the $20 super chat, man. Appreciate you. Does this look like home, Al? So, Al, when we were flying in, oh, there's a glide slope, a little bit low. I mean, right here on final, these guys, crop dusters, jet tractors, 20 feet, dude, doing 140 knots. Wow, that's going to be the Sacramento River, right? Oh, I need to start the replay. Ah, I can't see. You have control. I can't see what's going on. I can't see what's going on, chat. I'm waiting for my phone. Okay, there we go. I can see what's going on. Recording is on. All right, I have control. Here we go. Let's do this. Auto throttle's off. We'll flip you to FMS speeds. Gears coming down. Turn the flight director off. Flap straight. Brace, brace, brace. Nah, no brace, man. We need to get her slowed, though. That's going to be a problem. I forget in the 190, speed brake disagree with flaps out. Yep, that's right. Can we get that next notch of flaps in? 1,000 feet. We're correcting. We're a little bit fast. Back when I flew them, we were stable at 500, no joke. All right, there we go. We'll be stable by 500, no doubt. We'll bug just above green dot, I guess. We'll call that 126. That sounds good enough to me. All right, a little bit of an S-turn right here. This is jet tractor land. This looks kind of mid right now, though. In real life, this is all nice crops and stuff happening. All right, we're 500 feet. We're stable on speed. Sinking 8. A little gusty this morning. What's going on?
400. 300.
Now pay attention to the grass. You'll see the grass like change color as I get closer.
Approaching.
Someone was saying that's a world update thing.
200.
A little bit fast, correct. This plane likes to chunk it on. You got to be careful. Yeah, see, look at the grass changing colors.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Fly that nose down. $70 knots. The audio on touchdown needs work. It sounds like you smash it every time, no doubt. I don't think that was a smasher, though. I don't think that was a smasher.
Welcome to our destination airport.
Also, flaps full. It does smash harder. I think, what, 4 is the normal config?
The use of electronic
4 and
devices-
full. A frozen butter? We'll see. We'll have the replay to check it out. It's the audio, the touchdown audio sounds like you smash every time for sure. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sacktown. We're going to go Delta Charlie 1 to the good terminal, Al, where all the good restaurants are, so I can take your $20 soup chat, go buy you a beer. Because it's your leg on the way back, not mine. Oh, one more step on the flaps. Alright, flight directors are off. That's all good. Normally zero out the altimeter, something we used to do after landing. Flow, slats are coming in. Let's go ahead and kill the lights. Boom, 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 boom. I'll do that like so. Oh, Charlie 1, there's a little Alaska out there. I have the E190 for it, and I agree with you. It's fun to fly, just won't fly in a busy VATS event because of no VNAV and holding. True, yeah, and that's, yeah, if you're going to be flying in a really busy event, I would personally not recommend the E-Jets right now because you're asking for trouble when ATC starts giving you some complex instructions. Now, I have done it, but it's been a lot of work. You got to be on your toes. You have to be on your A game. So it's not impossible, but you really got to know what you're doing. So if you have any reservations, I wouldn't do it on a busy VATSU event. Now, if you're going into an airport like this, like a regional airport, which I mean, it's a regional jet, there's not a whole lot of traffic. There's not a whole lot of complex stuff going on. You're probably going to be just fine. But yeah, I 100% agree with you. I don't remember if Orbex model's interior, but do you see the big red sculpture thing in the terminal? Yeah, I did actually. Let's go look at it. We'll go park over by it. We'll go park next to this Alaska SkyWest. Or is that a 319? No, that's a 75, 175. Turk is on the hate train, man. When do you usually transfer from FPA to flight level change? Phoenix Galaxy at 10,000 feet normally. Unless you need a hustle down. Oh, somebody's in a 172 doing some pattern work. So our recommendation when I was flying them was FPA above 10,000. And you always try to stay around that 3-degree FPA. If you had to go more, it was fine. But below 10, we just always fly level changed it. Below 10 was always fly level change. So Al, there was a big structure like right here, right? By this over here, we're gonna go park next to that. Now we won't shut it down because we know for replay we need it running for replay. So I'm not gonna shut her down. Plus it's 3:19, it'll give me some time to do some stuff that I need to get done. All right, we'll take it over here. We'll leave our light on. Bravo 10. The sounds are great though, right? The touchdown sound for sure needs work, but man, the engine sounds over the wing are looking nice. Oh, premature ERP. ERP. All right, ERP, brakes are set. Let's go check out this terminal here real quick. So let's see if it's modeled. Oh, I don't think it is modeled, is it? Oh, that's actually kind of mid. I thought there was more modeled to this interior. Not that I care about internal. Oh, here we go. This is pretty good. I mean, here, look. You can board the SkyWest flight right here. Look at this. I mean, honestly, it doesn't really bother me. The terminal's not completely modeled. But yeah, I think that sculpture is right here. In there, there's like a little food court. But look at this. You got the trains going to and from Sacramento. You got the bus here. Where's the GA ramp? See what I mean about the grass? Like, why does it do that? You guys see that? Got some cars out here parked. Watch. I'll show you when I go over to the grassy area. Look at all the solar panels. Spot on. Yeah, for up no, it's a great airport, but see the grass? Why is that? Does anybody LOD pop in? But like my LOD is way more than that. I don't know why. It's when I get close. I've actually noticed that on some default airports as well, which is weird. Yeah, I know you told me in Discord, but it doesn't mean I believe you, Turk. Grass is stuck in the cloud. All right, let's go ahead and do a replay.
80 knots.
Put the gear back down. The flaps are coming back out. I'll go ahead and put you in full screen cam. I did a flight in the Jack's Hole the other day because I was FPA all the way till Loke. Ah, you botched the flight because we were FPA to the Loke. I mean, you can do it all the way to the Loke, Phoenix Gallery. You just got to be careful, man. Get all the flaps engaged here. We're disconnected. We're disconnected, Joe Plains. The reason why the grass looks weird is because you've been spoken to. Turk says it's a world update, city update, causing issues underneath for those who are wondering. So was there a world update for Sacramento? I need to have Sbarro and Cinnabon in every terminal in the United States. You know, Sbarro pizza, here's a hot take. For airport pizza and mall pizza, it's pretty good. I like it. I don't dislike it. I'll say that. That's my hot take for you. It is a bit greasy. Put some, you gotta blot it with the napkin. You know, you gotta get the napkins out. Blot some of that grease off. But yeah, don't sleep, man. Matter of fact, I'm actually kind of hungry for some right now. SNA, that's you in the 172 doing some pattern work? Nice. Yeah, so yesterday, guys, we were on final, I swear. Like, I'm looking over, we're doing 130 something knots, and this jet tractor is doing the same speed at like 20 feet.
200.
All right, let's see how we did here. The grease is energy. I think the sounds made it a lot harder than we actually were. We'll see. Or maybe not. We'll see, chat. We'll see. The sounds really make it hard. Alright. The true test. Oh, I don't know. What did Valanta say? $225? We needed a little bit more flare, I think. Oh, if I leave my thrust reversers out, I guess the thrust reversers are out in cruise. Just more flare. I've been flying a 321. I'm afraid to flare it, chat. I mean, that's... Shoot, we are... Yeah, we're approaching. We're 5 degrees nose up. We're approaching 2 more degrees is unemployment attitude on the 321. So that's what I'm blaming it on. I flew a 321 yesterday, so I'm afraid to flare. It's slightly thawed butter, but we ain't got no emoji to that. Alright. Alright, y'all. Like I said, I only have time for one of those, one flight today. No return leg. So I do apologize for this one being a little bit shorter than I would have liked, but I hope you enjoyed it. I still had fun getting live with you, coming off of a little little 2-day trip. So I'm going to do some more work here at the HQ until I get some more things squared away, and then tomorrow we'll be going live again. Should be a lot of fun. We'll be doing some more flights. We'll do a prop flight and jet flight. And like I said, I think we'll take the arrows out of Sacramento tomorrow. Do some low and slow. Low and slow. Again, real quick, massive shout out to the massive sub bombs this afternoon. Charlie Xavier dropping 50, Alexandra Paglini dropping 50, AJ Funari dropping 50, and everyone else who donated as well. I know there was Oscar was in there, East Coast NC, P6, Nix, 3 Greens, Mike P, Al Loper with the $20 super chat as well. You guys have been awesome. Captain Sim coming in as well. So you guys are awesome. Thank you all for the support. Enjoy the replay. I will catch you on the next one tomorrow. Until then, stay safe, stay happy, or whatever. Stay safe, stay healthy. I'm V1. Feather 1. So